Hello, my children. Daughter of Inyanga here, your spiritual auntie Tavia here. I have a pick-a-pile reading for you guys today. I have not done one of these in a long time. Also, reminder, everything in my shop for the month of March is 30% off with March promo. It says promo March 30 is the promotion code. If you're on Instagram, I have a link in my bio. TikTok, I have my website information there. And it'll take you directly there. If you have not done one of these before, welcome. So all I'm gonna have you do is look at these two different crystals. Each crystal, it represents a different pile. So this is just my selenite one. This is just clearing the energy for the reading. So pile number one, we're going to be using the labradorite. And how I always focus on the cards is the crystal that I'm most drawn to personally, or the numbers. So this is for pile number one. And then this is for pile number two. This crystal is called bismuth. And yes, this forms like this naturally. Isn't that gorgeous? I love all crystals that are like that beautiful rainbow neochrome. So just follow your intuition, ask your spirit guides to help you. That is the frankincense incense that we are burning today. So we're going to get started. We are going to start with pile number one. And remember, if it rings true, it's for you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So these are two very different piles. So pile number one, the first card we have is the Magician in the Mirror. Let me put this on that one back here. We're gonna do 3 cards at a time. Card number two is Wild. And card number 3 for the moment is the Phoenix. Resurrection and surrender to change. So right now you have been trying to balance two energies, because if you look at the card, it looks like yin energy, which is cool, water, and he has fire energy, which is yang. You've been looking at yourself in the mirror this Pisces season. You've been trying to balance, you've been trying to transmute your different energies, but you have been having trouble. Sorry, let me move these down here so they're not super bright. Sorry, I hate the lighting in my apartment. But the energies have been really wild. So what Spirit is showing me is you've been struggling, which is okay. That is the theme of Pisces season, with struggling with our emotions and things that are being, brought up for us to clear. So if you look at her dress, it's been like very chaotic. You have all of these different things that are dragging your attention away from yourself and your internal compass, right? But what Spirit wants you to do is put your attention and energies, and you see this lantern, it's just like, everything is being brought to a point. Focus that energy so that you can harness it. And by doing so, and surrendering to the change, you're going to be like the Phoenix. Things are being pulled away. Things are being washed away, specifically with this Pisces energy, with the water. The Pisces season brings things to our attention and allows us to see them as an observer, but that also helps us to transform and surrender to change. And it allows us, because it's the last sign in the zodiac, to basically allow those things to fall away so that way you can be resurrected as the Phoenix. So the Phoenix is the mythological bird that basically burned itself up in its own fire and then rose from the ashes. So you have a chance to do that right now. How you can do so? Work your magic. Stripping illusions. And then the tarot card today we got was the Ace of Wands. So by working your own personal magic and sitting with yourself, analyzing these things. Sorry, I'm feeling like you're going to be having this like major heart chakra opening. And specifically, by you stripping those illusions, I know I've had a lot of major epiphanies over this Pisces season, a lot of deep-seated beliefs that no longer resonated with me. By stripping those illusions and realizing you're the one who holds the power to surrender to change and adjust things, Spirit is giving you a new beginning, new creativity. Change is being welcomed because the wands represents fire. So that represents creativity, like something new is starting, like embers, new embers are being burned so that way you can light your torch. And then in turn, rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Okay. So now we are moving on to pile number 2. Ready, set, go. Okay. This is the bismuth pile. I can put my selenite back up here because I'm not using that row. Okay. It's so funny because when I pull, I literally just ask for jump cards. And if you guys are tarot readers or you practice and you ask for jump cards, you can't make this fucking shit up. So I basically asked, I was like, I always ask Spirit to give me cards because I don't pull these manually, right? I asked for a jump card. So I asked Spirit, I was like, can you please give me these cards that are going to basically coincide with this pile? Because I didn't know where this was going, and at the end it all made sense. So the first one we have is Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. So this is, remember, pile number 2, the bismuth pile. Second one we have is Say What You Mean. And then the third one is we have the Metal King, Discipline, Armor, and Boundaries. You have probably been struggling right now with your own personal happiness, and you have been healing. So Spirit has opened a new door here. And look how peaceful and beautiful that is. But you've been struggling to enter it. And I'm probably going to tell you why right now. Specifically with this card, with the Say What You Mean. With that specifically, I am hearing, and with this card, 100%, you may have been struggling with your own personal boundaries, specifically when it comes to people who are close to you. And remember, holding up boundaries, you don't have to be rude, you don't have to be mean, but Spirit also dropped this bomb on me the other day when, and they're telling me to share it right now. I saw this and it says, boundaries are not boundaries until you enforce them. So specifically with this, if you have been telling this person or these people, this group, hey, I don't like this, or this is outside of my comfort zone, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Or I don't like it when you do that, or can you please help me and nobody's listening? You now need to put your money where your mouth is, and you need to enforce those boundaries. Is it hard? Does it suck? Yes. I'm the type of person, I don't have any problems with confrontation. If I have something specifically, like if something bothers me, I'm going to tell you. Am I going to be rude about it? No. Am I going to let you know? Maybe, will it make you feel uncomfortable? Possibly, but I'm sorry, that's not my problem. You also need to have that attitude. Specifically, you need to darn your armor and hold up those boundaries, because remember, these are not boundaries until you enforce them. So ask Spirit for help enforcing those boundaries. Because if you look at her, she's not trying to necessarily listen to what this person is saying, right? He may have said something to her and she has her ears covered. That may happen, but you still need to enforce those boundaries, okay? So next. This may not be easy. So how will you be doing this? Clear and shield your energy. Ask your spirit guides, ancestors, healers, ascended masters, angels, and saints of the greatest and highest good. Don't forget to always add that. And ask them to help you clear and cleanse your energy or shield you. So if you're going to get into an argument, or possibly somebody, this is what Spirit is telling me because my soul sister shared this with me. If you're going to get maybe into a conversation that might get heated, or there might be some type of feelings, before I even start the conversation, before I even tell the person anything, I always say, Spirit, I need you to transmute any negative energy that is going to come from this conversation. I need them to hear and listen and comprehend what it is that I am going to say. Please transmute any negative energy back to source. Thank you. Period. End of story. Next, this is also going to cause an emotional release, whether it's from that person, whether it's from you, but by you holding up your boundaries, like if you see the rain in California, there's been ridiculous storms. It's been raining for a ridiculous amount of time. It's going to cleanse you. It's going to wash away what it is that you need. And that's also too, another way that you can clear your energy is also by water. Ask the power of the water. And this is going to be the outcome. This is going, I'm gonna show you the card in a second. This is gonna be the outcome specifically by you holding up your boundaries. So we got the 9 of Wands. Does he look like he plays about anything? No. He's like, look at his finger. He's like, you can cross the line if you want to. You've drawn your line in the sand. Now it's time for you to hold up those boundaries. And like I said, you are not responsible for how other people perceive the unpleasant interactions it is that you have with them. That is not your fault. Okay? I feel like this society nowadays gets too hyped up and like, oh, well, I'm going to hurt this person's feelings. Sometimes you need to hurt people's feelings, specifically if your boundaries are being crossed. It's going to cause an emotional release, but you need to keep your boundaries high, okay? I also pulled some oracle cards, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember, these are for both piles, okay? So we have one beautiful card here. We have 4, but here's the first one. We have, you have come a long way, so be easy on yourself. You are growing. This is a process. We are never going to be done growing. We are never going to like reach the final level and the boss until we die, okay? Be easy on yourself. Next one. You cannot change what is in the past. Like Rafiki says, it doesn't matter, it's in the past. All you can do is be resolved, Spirit is saying, to move forward, because you can't change what had already happened, but you can change how you would react to this in the future. Next one. Move on. This situation is not benefiting you anymore. There's something better. Anytime Spirit has said this to me personally, they were right. A lot of times it's really hard to let go of what we have in our hand because we're like, I don't want to let it go. What do you mean? I want this. But Spirit is like, but I have something better for you. Something better's coming. And then another one, it says, don't give up on your situation. There is a lesson you are supposed to learn from this very uncomfortable situation. I have been experiencing this lately. I've been drawing a lot of parallels from my past life to right now. Not past, like this life, but when I was a different person, before I was awakened. And I'm coming to realize like, oh, all of this was for a reason. I'm having all of these like amazing epiphanies. So even if you're feeling very uncomfortable right now, uncomfortability means there's growth, right? And it means that change is coming. So I hope this message finds you well. You got this. You can do it. This season, for me personally, isn't as rough as last Pisces season, but it is dredging up a lot. You can do it. You were made for this. You were built for this. And if you need help, you can always ask your spirit team or your friends and your family. I love you. I hope this message finds you well, and I hope you have an amazing day.